All right. Ina alhamdulillah. Wassalat wassalam ala wa rasulullah. Everybody, welcome to our last class on this book, the last of the trilogy, Diluting el Wala Wal Bara. And it's going to probably be another 2 years before we get back to it, because starting tomorrow, we will be going back to the first of the trilogy, Know Your Lord. And it takes a year to teach each book, because each book, from what we've seen, this has been a 3-year journey. So it'll probably be, this will be 2 more years before we embrace this book, Diluting el Wala Wal Bara. And when we get back to it, you guys should really, everything should really make sense to you. Everything should really resonate within you. Your life should have increased better. I'm talking spiritually. You should be able to handle the trials of life better, because this book should, it should stay with you. So I just wanted to let everybody know, tomorrow, for those of you who have not yet ordered the book, Get to Know Your Lord. Okay, make sure you guys go to Amazon and purchase that book, because we will begin it tomorrow. So go to Amazon to get it. And let me make sure, because I get some of these people are texting me, and phone is beeping off the hinges, both phones. Let's see who that. Okay. Okay, the person's texting us and they see me now. Okay, thank you. You see me now? Okay, yeah, I'm live now. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so tonight what I'm gonna do for this class is give you a, boy, y'all going crazy, aren't you? I'm going to give you a final exam to cover just some basic stuff that you need to walk away having retained from this class. And like I said, for those of you who have not yet ordered the book, Know Your Lord, which is volume 1 of this series, go to Amazon and order it. The book is only $14.99. It's on sale for $14.99 right now. So you want to take advantage of it. Order the book. It'll be delivered within 3 days to you. And that class will begin tomorrow. And I'm telling you, you're going to love it, because it's going to cover the basics, Aqidah, what it is that we're supposed to believe as Muslims. So now, every time I go to type, somebody pops in there. Okay, this is going to be the final exam. Okay. And let me share my screen. And I want everyone to answer these questions. People in my Zoom room, I don't want to hear Yasmin on that mic. In fact, Yasmin, don't answer anything. Because Yasmin, Fame, and Awa, they are moderating. They are the ones that have to keep their eyes, so I don't have to keep going back, getting distracted with people coming in and out of the Zoom room. So I don't want to hear from Yasmin. I want to hear from all you other people that's sitting in that Zoom room. And by the way, everybody can see who you are. So you're going to look pretty funny not trying to answer these questions when the people on YouTube and stuff are answering. All right, so just to let y'all know. So let's put the PowerPoint up on the screen. I'm sick of y'all not being able to answer in my Zoom room. It's pathetic, embarrassing, disgraceful. Okay, let's look at this. So this is going to be the final exam to cover what we spent the past year talking about, diluting Wala Bara. Let's see what you guys can walk away with, remembering how to implement in your life. Let's look at the first question here. Question number 1. Very basic. A basic, simple question. What is the meaning of Wal Bara? That's the first part of the question. Then the second part is, how does it relate to our belief system? Real easy. Now, I didn't make any of the questions hard because I don't want to be embarrassed. Okay? So, what is the meaning of Wal Bara? When I say the meaning, that means break down the meaning of it to us in English and then tell us how it relates to our belief system. I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. No, I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up because the top is the moderators. Okay, Sister Rahima. MashaAllah, Rahima's here. Rahima, what is the meaning of Wal Bara? Do you know what it means? You remember what it means, baby? She's one of the kids. The kids usually answer. I'm sorry, I couldn't understand you, sweetheart. What'd she say, Tony? Are you
allegiance and disassociation?
MashaAllah. Good job, Rahima. What is the meaning of Wal Bara? It's speaking about our allegiance and our disassociation. Good job. Good job. And Sister Rockmo, how does that relate to our belief system? Good job, Rahima. I'm proud of you. Sister Rockmo, how does that relate to our belief system? Brother Marard, how does Wal Bara relate to our belief system? I got people on Telegram messaging me.
Can you hear me? I don't know if my Wi-Fi is good enough.
Yeah, we hear you. It's good enough.
Okay. All right. So the way it relates is so like the other said, Wal Bara means our allegiance and our disassociation. So how it relates is of course our shahada means that we testify that Allah is the one and He's the only worthy worship, and Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is His only and final messenger, and our allegiance is first to Allah, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and all the believers and the religion, and then we disassociate with anything that goes against anything that Allah or the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ came with, or the religion.
MashaAllah, what do y'all think of his answer? Anybody want to add more to it or take away? Good job, Brother Marar. That's excellent. Let me look at what the people are typing on. And by the way, I know I'm coming in with people on. I haven't been streaming to Instagram lately because I was doing the other place, but now I messed up on the other place, and people on Instagram want me to come in. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, here I come. Here I come now, Instagram. Okay, final exam, and I'm getting ready to put the key. Here we go. Anybody want to add? Oh, wow, that was quick with Instagram. Anybody want to add to it? Sister Sakina, she said it means loyalty to Allah, same thing, the Prophet and all the believers, and to disassociate from anything that goes against the principles of Islam. Anything like Brother Marard said, anything that goes against what Allah says, anything that goes against what the Prophet said, anything that goes against our values, our Islamic morals. Does everybody understand that? That's what it's all about. And that means every day of our life is going to be spent making hard decisions as to whether or not I should or should not do this thing, or I should or should not be a part of this thing. Okay, good job. Let's look at the next question. What is meant by the statement that every human is born upon the fitra? We hear Muslims talk about this all the time. It kind of behooves me because most of the Muslims that talk about this don't know what they're talking about. They don't understand what they're talking about, and they make no sense, to be honest. And we wonder why why Arabs make fun of us, why Arabs tease us, because we don't know the meaning of these Arabic words and we use them out of context. So who can tell me what is meant by the statement that every human being is born upon the fitra? Who can explain what that means? Okay.
This means that every human, before they were born, they had this intrinsic belief that Allah is one, and they know what was good and evil.
Okay, that's what most people say, but what the heck, does that make any sense when we hear that? How can you have this intrinsic knowledge of something before you was even born? That's what I'm saying. That's why the Arabic people who are ignorant laugh at us when we say stuff like that. They're like, what are they talking about? What you mean before you was born? What are you talking about? Anybody else? Good job, though, trying to explain it. Anybody else can tell us what's meant by the statement that every human is born upon the fitra? What does that mean?
It means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took Adam on top of Arafat, and we took a covenant, all of us. He ran his hand on the back of Adam alayhi salam, and we took a covenant and said that Allah is one.
Good job, but you skipped over. Is that the fitra?
The fitra is like it's like we took a covenant that.
Did we take a covenant to the fitra?
No, we took a covenant to Allah.
To what?
That He is one. To Allah that He is one and He is the only God.
No, that's not that. You got it. You started off almost. I was like, somebody got it. Now you got the story all mixed up, though. That wasn't the fitra. But she gave y'all a clue. What is meant by the statement that every human being? Let me just address what she said. When Allah gathered everybody on Mount Arafat, was that to declare La ilaha illallah? What was that gathering for? What was the purpose of Allah gather, and what did He gather? How could He gather me when I wasn't born? Y'all see, she left out a whole story.
Oh, I'm sorry. We were gathered up there if we have free choice, free will.
So what do you mean?
So He asked us if we wanted.
Right. Now you got it. Right. The part Arafat, that part of the story is where Allah offered us the choice. The same choice He offered the angels, the animals, the sun, the moon. Allah gathered everyone there, all of His creation there at one point. And He made them all the same offer. All the creation refused it except for man and jinn. He offered us the choice of free will. But I'm not asking about free will. Is free will the fitra? Is free will and the fitra the same thing, guys? This is, I'm glad she brought this up because a lot of Muslims don't know the difference between free will and fitra because they don't know they don't know the first part of the story. That's the end. You got to crawl before you walk. Is the fitra and the free will the same thing? Yes or no? Can anybody tell us? Is it the same thing?
No, the free will and the fitra is different. The free will is just what it says, free will. The fitra is when Allah created Adam and blew into Adam like a light that went into his heart. And that light is what connects us, that causes us to always want to come back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even if we are born as babies, the angels will put the fitra into a fetus. And that fitra stays with us. And that fitra stays there. And as we grow and come out and not recognize where we are, our souls are prone to evil and the heart is prone to good with an angel assigned to it.
Okay, hold on. The only thing is she gave you the Christian version. Astaghfirullah. That's the, yeah. You said that Allah put a light inside of Adam.
No,
and Adam, you said, and Adam wants to always go back to Allah. That is the Christian version. Girl, what you been talking about with your mom? That's backwards. No. You got it all mixed. You are right, but your story is the Christian story. It ain't about Adam. God,
the fitra is like a human nature to recognize Allah.
Right,
the oneness of Allah.
Let's talk about it. Why y'all? How many times have I talked about the fitra and y'all don't know how it happened? What y'all can't tell me nothing about it? Let Nisa come back with the Christian belief. This is kind of sad. Let's go to someone else. Can anybody else tell me what is meant by the statement that every human is born in the fitra? They on the stories, but they forgetting the real story. You got the Christian version and you got the confused Muslim version. Anybody tell me this? That's what this we've been talking about this for over a year and y'all don't know what the fitra is. Let me look who else is in this Zoom room. Because that's a sign of, that's bad. Mina. Let's hear from Mina. Mina, you can forget about YouTube. I need to see where you are with these questions here.
Okay.
Because I'm really shocked. Can you tell me what is meant by the statement that every human is born upon the fitra? What does that mean?
Every human born upon the fitra. I don't know where they started from, but I'm just going to go on to what it says.
Forget them. They didn't get the answer right.
Okay.
What is meant by it?
The fitra is meant upon, as far as in which is the fitra knows. Okay, so let me just say it like how I said to one of my kids. Okay, so when Allah created Adam, he ran his hand across his back. And when he ran his hand across his back, every human being from the beginning of him all the way to the end, was created. When he ran
every
his hand
human being, you missing that one word. And do we say every human being? Here I am. Hi, I'm Layla.
The soul.
There, you don't get the words messed up. Start it over again and choose your words. Go ahead.
Okay, so when Allah created Adam, he ran his hand across his back. And when he ran across his back, he created the souls from beginning of Adam all the way to the ending of time. The souls was created in his back. So when he created the souls were created on the Mount Arafat.
No, they weren't created on Mount Arafat. After Allah ran his hand across his back, the souls of all of us appeared. What did Allah do with them souls, and where are they now?
They're still upside. All the souls is up there with Allah. No one knows.
Okay,
where
yeah,
the
don't
soul
skip
is.
over. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That he didn't just take us and put us on Arafat like that. No, he keeps the souls where they are right now. They in a special place with him. Somewhere with him. And then after some time, he gathered the souls
all
together. Go ahead.
He gathered all the souls together on Mount Arafat, and he asked the whole humankind free will. They said yes. So when you say free will, they all testify to La ilaha illallah, that Allah is one.
That's where y'all messing up. Did they did we no. What, first of all, what is free will?
Free will is basically a choice of what you.
Okay, before Allah put us on that Arafat, did we have free will?
No.
Before Allah put us on Arafat, where were you? That's why I keep saying, where were you? You got you skipping all over that. We were kept there. We were happy. And come on. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Okay.
Deep cleansing.
Okay, so
yeah, go ahead.
Up there with Allah, we were all happy in Allah's oneness and everything with,
we came in, by the way, guys, this is where y'all messing up. When Allah created us, we came in the world. Our souls were created already in submission. We didn't declare, now I'm a Muslim on Arafat. We came in this world. The souls automatically came into existence, believing in Allah.
Gotcha.
We didn't even have free will. We were just like the angels, doing whatever Allah say do without even thinking. Y'all understand the difference? This is how y'all messing up.
Yes, I did.
Y'all messing up. That's why I say you skipped over the whole main thing. After Allah created Adam, and he ran his hand, all the souls of humankind appeared, and we already recognized. La ilaha illallah. That's normal. That's it. We were already created in submission to him. But then what changed it? What changed that submission? Allah then gathered all the souls and said, I'm going to offer y'all something. You got the choice to take it or not. He said, I'm going to offer you this thing called free will. All of us said, I want it. We didn't even think. I want it. And once we said, I want it, that's when everything changed. And Allah says in the Quran, man is foolish. And Allah told us that. He said, you, my creation, are so impatient and you are so foolish. I offered it to the angels. They knew what it was. You accepted it and didn't even know what it was. The angels refused it. The animals refused it. The sun, the mountain, the moon refused it because they knew if I gave them free will, that means you are now held accountable because you're not doing what I created you to naturally do. That's the fitra. The fitra is what to naturally do. Now you either gonna decide or choose to do it or not. He said that's how impatient, how arrogant, how ignorant man is. Just like the jinn. The jinn took it too. So that fitra, as you all said, it's that part within us. The part within us that recognizes what? Y'all didn't give that answer.
The good and the
right. The fitra is that part inside of us that recognizes good from evil. It recognizes truth from falsehood. Sakina, it recognizes dirt from cleanliness. The fitra is attracted to everything that is good and clean. That's the part of us that knows better. That's the part within us that knows I should have took a bath yesterday. I should wash my hair, but I'm not going to. I should cover my behind when I leave out the house, but I'm not going to. That's the fitra. It ain't just about a law, about recognizing a law. This is where the Muslims in the world lose it. Y'all think it's just a law, recognizing a law. No, no, no. It's deeper than that. It's truth, cleanliness, everything good for us. How is it that some people kill? Their fitra is dead. How is it that some people fall into sin? Their fitra is corrupted. If they're a murderer, it's gone completely. It's extinguished. So the fitra is that good part that we were created with naturally. What was it attached to? So the fitra was where? The fitra was a part of what part of us?
The soul.
It was part of the soul, our souls. But is the fitra part of the soul now?
No, it's not.
No.
Where's the fitra now?
Attached to the heart.
Good job, Mina. Mina's remembering. Layla, I think you getting it too. The fitra is attached to our heart, guys. But when Allah created Adam, when did Allah, in fact, when does the fitra attach to our heart? Are those souls, the souls that are there, are they bodies? No, the soul is not a human body. The soul is not a body. So tell me, when does that fitra that's in that soul now, when does it attach to the heart?
When a woman is pregnant, it is attached to the soul. And when a baby is born, it moves from the soul to the heart.
Almost. Anybody else? Good job, Rahima. She tried.
It's when we're in our mother's wombs that it moves from the soul to the heart.
Exactly. When Allah commands the angel to blow your soul into your mother's womb, when you became a fetus, when you become a clot of blood, from the clot of blood to a clump of, you know how it goes for 40 days and all that. When Allah commands the angel to blow your soul into your mother's womb, the soul, the angel takes it from wherever Allah has all the souls at. They take it from paradise. They blow it in your mother's stomach, and it attaches to your heart. Your heart starts beating, and that's the fitra. That's the fitra. That's the fitra. But before the angels blow your soul into your mother, it's part of the soul, and it's up there wherever Allah keeps them. Everybody understand that? It doesn't come. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So the fitra, the beginning, the fitra is a natural human
the fitra is part. No. The fitra right now until Allah blows your baby in your stomach, the fitra is attached to the soul. That's it. It's the soul. The souls are kept up there with Allah. But when you get pregnant, that's when Allah will point to a soul and say, put it in that woman's body. And then the soul goes into there, but the fitra leaves the soul and it goes to the human heart. Y'all understand that?
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. And that's what y'all got to remember.
So when a baby is born, Allah
This is
says-
before it's born.
This is before the
fitra,
baby is born.
the fitra is not put in you with your money when you born. Y'all listen to me. It's not at birth. When you get pregnant, when your husband's sperm fertilizes your egg, it turns into a clot of blood. That clot of blood is nothing. That's just a clot of blood. There's no soul in it. There's no heartbeat. It's a clot of blood. That's why if a woman gets pregnant and has a miscarriage and it's a clot of blood, we ain't got to do no funeral because it wasn't no baby. The baby wasn't formed. It was nothing. It was just the sperm and the egg doing its thing. See, I got to do sex education now. But if Allah allows that clot of blood to stay in you, what happens? This is sex education. That clot of blood forms into a baby. Why is it that the doctors look for the heartbeat? Once it forms and the heartbeat develops, that's when it's a baby. That's when it's a human being. It's no longer a clot of blood. This is a live entity, a live specimen. That beating heart is your fitra now. Your fitra. What happened is Allah said, let that blood grow. If Allah don't want that your pregnancy to turn into anything, he'll tell the angels, make her miscarry. And that's why I say if you have a miscarriage and it's not formed, it's a sad thing. But it wasn't a baby yet. You're okay. Allah was preventing you from having a deformed kid or something. It didn't have a heartbeat yet. It had no body parts yet. The soul wasn't put in it yet. So it's okay. Get over it. Keep it moving. That was Allah doing you a favor. Okay? But if Allah says to the angels, let that blood clot develop into a human, when y'all go to the doctor, why you think that a certain amount of weeks they look for a heartbeat? Well, when they got that heartbeat, that's when your soul was blown in. And when your soul was blown in, that heartbeat, that fitra became a part of the heart. Y'all understand? So this is before you born. Don't nobody come out of their mama's womb with it. If you ain't got a heart, you dead. You got a stillborn baby, it's dead. So if Allah, then as the child is in the mother's womb, if Allah allows that child to live, then you give birth to it. It comes in this world, it's a little pink baby, and it's got a soul, and it's got its fitra. The fitra is in the heart. Y'all understand? Does that make sense now?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's it. It's before you give birth. But it doesn't attach until Allah puts the soul in. And Allah doesn't put the soul in until after that blood clot stage is over. That's why a lot of you sisters look at it so harsh if you have a miscarriage. And I try to tell y'all, look, don't worry about it. It wasn't even a baby yet. It was just a clot of blood. Allah didn't even put a soul in it. He was maybe protecting you for something, or maybe he was letting you know, like he did me, that you can get pregnant. Because I got married at 14, never had no babies, and never had used birth control. And then one day, I found out that I had a miscarriage, and I didn't even know I was pregnant. And my doctor was Muslim, Dr. Rockman. He said, Sister Layla, you just had a miscarriage. I said, I didn't know I was pregnant. He said it was just a clot of blood. But at least now we know that you can get pregnant. And right after that, 2 years later, bang, my daughter was born. So Allah works in mysterious ways. That's why we have to learn to accept his qadr. I know life can be sad, but if you sisters learn your deen, if you learn this religion, the basics, this what I'm teaching, Aqidah, then you'll be able to handle the trials of life. The female companions had miscarriages and stillbirths all the time, but they got over it. If it was a blood clot, okay, that was Allah sparing me or letting me know at least I can get pregnant. Hey, get over it. Keep it moving. Let's make a baby now. It's a clot of blood. Clot of blood is not a baby yet. No soul, no fitra. So now I'm going to ask that question again. So when you hear people say that every human is born upon the fitra, what are they saying? What are they saying? You ain't got to go into the story of Adam, but I made y'all go into the story of Adam to refresh your memory. So now pretend like you talking to somebody that's a new convert, and they ask you, when you hear Muslims say that we were all born upon the fitra, what are they saying? How would you respond now? What does it mean, Layla?
Like, I would say, like, you use the word like like a human nature, like it's like human nature to recognize.
Did I say? And I told y'all to get the word worship Allah out of your mind. Come on, what did I tell you? When we say
recognize the good and the bad,
and what else?
Recognize the good and the bad into.
Okay, I want y'all to remember
to identify. That's the only thing I was trying to wrap my mind around.
You got it, but having a hard time. The fitra means the ability to recognize what's really good for me. I can recognize truth from falsehood. I can recognize cleanliness from filth. I recognize that there is a creator of all mankind. Okay? I recognize that I am doing something wrong. I'm recognizing that maybe I should have taken a bath. You know what I'm saying? So it's that it helps us to recognize what's good and clean, what's truthful from all that which is falsehood. And we got to understand the fitra, because how can we implement Wal Bara into our life? How does it now? This wasn't even on the quiz, but y'all done took me here. So now this is my next question. How does understanding the meaning of what it means to be born into the fitra, how does that help us to implement Wal Bara into our life? Try it, Layla. And now this will answer the question why most Muslims are committing sins. Because they're not within the fitra. Go ahead.
Can I say morals? Like me having a fitra of knowing what's wrong and what's right.
There you go.
It would bring me into morals.
Now you got it. Exactly. Exactly. How does the fitra relate to allegiance and disassociation? Remember, the fitra recognizes what's good, what's clean, what's just, what's right, what's fair. So if your fitra is burning in your heart, you won't be duped by drugs. You'll be able to say no to drugs, no to alcohol, no to boyfriends. Why is it that a lot of you Bantu girls, you Somali girls are sitting up on the internet picking up men? Because your fitra is not ignited. You've lost your fitra. Because that's the natural, innate thing that lets us know this is wrong. I'm not supposed to be looking for a husband on the internet. I'm supposed to go to my father. You know that already. It's just that you chose to ignore it. Why is it that this brother over here is selling drugs? His fitra is not ignited. Y'all understand? Yeah, I'm saying Somali because most of my students are Somali. For those of you who don't know, we Somalis here. Yeah, my little Somali girls. And we got a problem. By the way, got a couple of phone calls from some parents. My Somali girls, y'all still doing that running away from home crap. That running away from home, marrying some joker that your mom and daddy told you. Why? You know that's wrong. You know you ain't got no business running away from home. Your fitra has not been ignited. And like I tell these parents, this is where we parents fall short, because it's the role of the mother. That's why we talked about the children. It's the role of the mother to make sure that the children's fitra is enriched and nourished. It's your job to teach your children right from wrong. It's your job to teach them the dangers of the internet. It's your job to teach them the dangers of sex, the dangers of disobeying your father, the dangers of running away from home for some loser kafir, a kafir at that, who you hooked up with on the internet. You should have still been coming to Layla Nashiba's classes. You should have been coming here to learn. See, that's our problem as parents. It's our job to keep the fitra in our children nourished. That's what this whole series was about. When the parents fail, our children grow up and do what they're doing. And it ain't just the Somalis, but I'm talking, most of my students are Somali. And I really care about them because these my people. Okay? Of course, we know that the African Americans got the same problem too. I mean, it ain't nothing new. But I'm addressing this problem here. So do y'all understand the fitra? The fitra is everything. It's everything. It's the ability to discern good from evil, right from wrong. And that's why we have to nourish our fitra. That's why Allah says in the Quran, seek knowledge. Because the more we learn our religion, the stronger our fitra becomes. And the stronger your fitra becomes, the more you'll be able to resist the urges around you and not give in to sin. That's why, you guys, you hear people say, follow your heart. Why do y'all think, Layla, that people say follow your heart? When they say follow your heart, they're telling you to follow your fitra, because the fitra is in the heart. The heart is attracted. The heart is attracted. We're going to go over this again in book 1. A lot of y'all weren't here for book 1, Know Your Lord. You see this, Mina? Didn't we talk about that in book 1, Mina? The heart is attracted to everything that's good and clean, because that's where the fitra is. The soul is attracted to everything bad and dirty. A lot of us are listening to our soul, which is where your desires are, instead of your fitra, which is in your heart. So that's why you will hear people say, follow your heart, because the heart has an angel assigned to it that whispers for you to do good. Yeah, I see your text, sister. I got it. She said, thank you. Thank you, Sister Layla, for mentioning this. What's wrong with you kids? Norto? What's wrong with these kids running away from home to marry some joke off the Facebook? Y'all better get it together. She ain't been in my class. I had to tell her mother, she ain't been in my classes for a long time. I ain't seen her in a long time. It's been at least a year. Rockmo here. The twins here. I ain't seen Mayleon lately. Where my baby? But my baby don't do that type of stuff. This one ain't been in my, she ain't been in my sight for a while. Ran off and got married behind her father's back. Yeah, that's because her fitra died out. But we parents got to be on it. So everybody understand that fitra. And by the way, we're going to go back to the fitra again when we talk about, when we do book 1. Let's move to the next question. Yes, sister texting me. Girl, please. Nothing I can do. All right. And by the way, just to let you young girls know, whenever you young girls get married without your mother and father's knowledge, and without your father's approval, your marriage is null and void. You are not married. I don't care what twisted, ignorant imam married you. You are a fornicator. And if you get pregnant, sorry to say, if you get pregnant, the baby's illegitimate. That's all I got to tell you, Somali girls. What's up? Haven't we talked about that? You cannot replace your father. You girls who have never been married before, you cannot fire your father. Okay? It's a sad situation. What's going on with the Somalis? Israel, my babies. Okay, hold on for a second, guys, too. All right, so also, all right. Okay, let's look at this question here. For those people who embrace Islam, since we just talked about what it means to be born within the fitra, for those people who embrace Islam, are they technically converts or are they technically reverts? What do you guys think? For those people who embrace Islam, are they technically converts or are they reverts?
They are converts.
They're convert.
Okay, what's the difference?
A converted person is a person that comes into Islam. A revert is a person that was already a Muslim and they come back to Islam.
Okay, yeah, that's the difference. And also, what's the, this falls into the meaning. I tell you guys, one thing about the English language, Americans haven't spoken English in centuries. We know that. And English in all languages, even Arabic, changes and this gets twisted and broke down. If you look up the definition of the word convert and the definition of the word revert, a convert means to take on a new lifestyle, a new way of living, a new ideology. That's the meaning of the word convert. It means that you are adapting a better lifestyle, a better ideology, a better way of thinking. That's convert. Revert means to go back to an original substance. Revert refers to liquid, or say, for example, a water forms into ice. Ice reverts back to its original state of liquid. So you hear Muslims today calling themselves reverts. You're not a revert. You sound silly. You're a convert. Okay? You're a convert. And then you'll hear some Muslims say, I'm coming in the way I'm going back to my original religion. No, you're not. What are you talking about? You're going back to a blood clot? You're going back to a piece of blood? What are you talking about? You're reverting back to a sperm? So I want y'all to understand the meaning of these words. Convert. It means to adapt a new lifestyle, a new way of living, a better belief system, a better ideology. If you were not raised Muslim, your parents raised you upon an ideology that contradicts Islam, you are a convert to this way of life. You're not a revert to anything. So I want you Muslims to get the wording right. Yeah, so, this is how, language becomes destroyed. But let's look at this question here. What about this? The fitra refers to the human soul. Is that statement true or false? The fitra refers to the human soul. Is that statement true or false?
True.
Y'all agree with her? She said true.
False.
And who said true?
I said it because I thought
Layla, you are confused, Layla. I just went over this. Y'all see? Y'all see why? See, y'all can see I'm a professional teacher. I used to be a teacher. I was a substitute teacher for a long time. And I did this on purpose to see if it went into your noggin.
I wrote notes, Sister Layla. Look, I put fitra is attached to the heart, but before it got to the heart, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had it with him. He had the fitra.
Yeah, but I don't want y'all to think about the soul up there, because we're not even, once Allah puts our soul in the womb of our mother, we don't remember anything. We don't remember what we did up there. But sometimes you might have deja vu. Could this be? Woo, y'all remember that song? Deja vu. Sometimes you guys know how sometimes you'll meet somebody and it's like, bam, wow. It's like I've been knowing you all my life. It's like I've been knowing you too. This is an example of two souls that could have been the best of friends up there wherever Allah got. And now and then that we hook up in the real life and it's boom, deja vu. Could this be the reason? Hey, get it, girlfriend. Who was that made that song? Dionne Warwick. Hello. Back in the day, I'm an old lady. Dionne Warwick. Deja vu. But no, we don't remember our lives up there. All we know is we want to get back to it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. The fitra is attracted to what's good and clean, and it wants to get back to that. But it doesn't remember. So when we talk about the human soul, we're talking about the soul that's in us now. So answer the question. If I'm talking about your fitra, am I talking about your soul?
No.
Good. We're talking about what's in the heart. What's in the heart.
Attached to the heart.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. You know, she's milking cows. You know, Sister Layla's a cowgirl, y'all. She's down there in Texas. She got cows, longhorns. Yeah, she got longhorns, sheep, goats, chickens. She out there milking. Do you have any longhorns?
No.
Are they expensive? Are they good
No,
meat?
I
Is
don't
that
have
good?
any.
Is that
I'm
beef
very
good?
scared of these sheep.
They're what?
I said I just have these sheep and
What's up with the
goats.
longhorn? I heard that they all down there. Does that meat better?
Yes, they have a lot of them in Fort Worth.
Why don't you get you a couple of longhorns?
I'm scared of the cows too. They're big.
Girl, I love
I'm getting
animals.
warmed up to this whole lifestyle.
Girl, I would always wished I had a longhorn. Oh God. There was those, and they only down there. We don't have them up here in Ohio. We got all kind of cows, but no longhorn. Okay.
Yeah,
Them
we're
cows
not
will attack you. Good, Layla, baby. You don't need no longhorn. Them longhorns will stick them horns in you.
Did
You
they?
don't
Yes,
need one.
they are
That's it.
bad.
Yeah, they are.
They
They
attack.
will attack you. Yes, they do.
Woo! I go for the bad boys, even with the cows. That's a darn shame. Okay, let's get to the quiz. Okay, what about this, guys? Knowing what the fitra is, what are the things that we can engage in that can diminish our fitra, that can cause our fitra to become weak? What things cause your fitra to become weak?
The things that we know are in disobedience to Allah, because we know those things keep us further and further away from being obedient to Him.
So disobedience,
Yes.
And what else?
Those things that could eat away at our deeds.
Like what?
Lying. I mean, talking against people.
So sins.
I think
Okay. Listen
yeah,
to her
the
answer,
sins.
y'all. Sins and obedience. She can keep it short. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But no, you giving the answers. I'm proud of you. Geechee finally on it. So what are the things that can diminish your fitra? Disobedience to Allah. Sins. What else, guys? Good job, Geechee. You own it, girl.
You could say overindulgence. So you're not really sinning, but for example, you're watching too much TV, or when you're sad, you don't go to Allah. you go
Good job. Good job, the daughter of Ismail. MashaAllah, she's a descendant of Ismail. MashaAllah, I am proud of you. Exactly, overindulgence. Overindulgence in things. Too much indulgence in things can diminish your fitra. Girl, that was good. I'm proud of you. What else?
Neglecting your obligations, such as the prayers, such as charity, and things like that.
Exactly, neglecting our obligations. That diminish your fitra. Anything else?
Keeping bad company and being around people that are doing things that are not in line with Islam and indulging in those things actually.
Exactly, bad company. The people we hang around. That's why we spent this whole year speaking about the importance of surrounding ourselves with strong, practicing, believing Muslims. Any other answers?
I think holding grudges against people and just having bad behavior. You might fulfill your obligations, but you hold grudges towards sisters, towards brothers, and you things like that.
Exactly, mashallah. You guys see, y'all got it. Y'all got it. We started off bumpy here, rocky here, but mashallah, y'all making me proud now. All of those bad things. Remember, the fitra is attracted to everything that's good and clean, everything that's good for us. So what does that mean? Anything bad for you. Overindulgence. That's why I love that answer. Neglect. That's why I love that one. Sins, disobedience, everything that's bad for you will weaken and destroy your fitra. Good job. That's my girls. Now they answering. What about this? Looking at the society around us. What are some things here in society that can threaten our fitra? What are some societal things that can threaten it?
I guess.
We can't hear you now. Your mic.
I'm sorry. I guess around surrounding ourselves that we know are not halal. Like, for example, being in the company and being in the environment where we see that people like to be naked, they're not dressed properly, and we surround ourselves like that. What does that do? It gives us the impression like maybe that is something that I want to partake in, or maybe that's something that is okay for me to be around. So not having that line, that barrier, we end up taking that within and no longer trying to put a barrier, but just seeing it as acceptable instead of seeing it as something that is haram and we should stay away from.
Good job. So surrounding ourselves with a bad environment, being in a bad environment, an environment of sin. In other words, an environment of sin can destroy your fitra. Good job. Also, Sister Aski, let me see her answer. I can't hardly see. Y'all see, I had to make it big. And Sister Aski say friends that are not Muslim. This is important, especially for my Somali little girls here. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. What happened? Let's talk about it. You stopped coming to the classes. That's what happened. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You stopped being active here. And you ended up going to college. That's what happens. We have to be careful. I keep telling you, parents, You cannot send your Muslim girls off to these colleges to live. That the girl should never leave your home. Now, this is the parents' fault. That daughter should never leave your home unless she's going into a home of a husband. When you send your daughters off to these colleges, do you think they're going to walk around like this in their abaya and jilbab and Allahu Akbar and all that and kicking it with Layla Nashiba? Oh no! Layla Nashiba, like I said, she ain't been here in a year. She ain't been to my classes in a year. I ain't seen her. I thought y'all went back to Somalia or Kenya. I didn't know y'all was still in America. I thought you went back home. You sent her to college. You threw her into the lion's den with a bunch of Kaffir girls. And you want to know why she become a Cardi B hoe? Your fault as a parent. You failed your children. Okay, so friends and environment is everything. You don't put no Muslim kid in no environment like that, male or female. You don't send your boys away either nowadays. They gonna come back gay. Hello. Subhanallah. So good job. Environment, the society. And what is it about the environment that is threatening? Why is the environment here so threatening to us? What is it about the environment here that makes it hard for us to keep our fitra? Who can answer that?
I'm gonna try. I think it's because we're not knowledgeable of our religion. We don't have the correct understanding to be able to deal with the non-Muslim society. It's bad enough that majority of the communities in this world nowadays, we don't even follow the Sunnah correctly. So I think that's the problem, is we're not knowledgeable.
Exactly. We're not knowledgeable about our religion. As the brother here typed, we're not even knowledgeable about the world. The brother here typed, you send your kids to college. I like this brother here. Wherever you are, welcome to Sunnahfollowers. He said you send your kids to college. Your kids are naive already. They don't know about things, but then you're exposing them to things. Good job. You must be a teacher. He sounds like a teacher. Okay? Why would you send your kids? Put your kids in an environment where they know nothing about what's going on, because we don't communicate with our children. We don't talk about sex with them. We don't talk about drugs with them. We don't talk about LGBTQ with them. Isn't that what we spent the last 2 weeks talking about? We want to isolate our children when we should be letting them know about the drugs, about the sex, about the real world. Subhanallah. Okay, Sister Rashida said we also underestimate the power of this world. And that's true. We underestimate the power of this world. Allah said just because we believe in him is not enough. Allah said that he's going to test us. He put us here in this dunya. He's going to test us. This dunya is the testing ground for all of us. There's a lot of power here. The power belongs to Allah, but Allah creates the circumstances, the scenarios to test us. He said that this earth, this earth is his testing ground. Also, Sister Akiz says indoctrination of non-Islamic ideals. Exactly. The indoctrination of non-Islamic ideals, they always threaten our spirituality, threaten our fitra, because we're caught between the soul and the heart. As Muslims, every day of our lives, we are all caught between the soul and the heart. This is called jihad an-nafs. Sometimes we listen to the heart, but most of the times we're listening to our souls, because we're attracted to the soul. The soul's attracted to the bad and the dirty. Sex turns us on. We want to know about it. Drugs, I want to know about it. Crime, I want to see it. You know, we're attracted to what's bad for us. So this, in a non-Muslim society like this, guys, we have to be careful because our fitra is always compromised. So it's going to take us working together. What about this? Here we go. Good question. What are some things we can do to keep the fitra awake? And make sure you implement Wal Bara in your answers. What are some things that we can do to keep our fitra thriving in a society like this?
We can keep it awake by surrounding ourselves next to and close to the things that makes Allah happy, and it keeps us reminded of Allah, like being close to people who are like-minded within our religion, the masjid, people who also incorporate staying away from those things that are bad for us and keeping us encouraged and wanting to be near those things that align us with Allah. So that's our environments, that's our relationships, and especially keeping us reminded of what we should be near to, which kind of inspires us to want to do more, pray more, worship more.
Okay, so that's one good thing, surround ourselves with righteous people, people like us, our own kind, our kind being the believing Muslims who are struggling to keep their fitra awake too. What else? What else can we do? What can we distance ourselves from? What should we distance ourselves from that'll keep our fitra awake? I want to hear Wal Bara. Allegiance, examples of allegiance, and examples of disassociation. Anyone? Distance myself. Okay, here's a good answer from the sister on Trovo. She said, distance myself from those things in the university that contradict. Good job. Now, this is a Somali student. Hello. Smiling on one of my Bantus. Hello. You can go to college and stay home with your parents and do like she said, distance yourself. Distance yourself from those things in the university that will compromise your faith. Don't participate in those college activities, those college events that compromise that. Go to school and with the one purpose, I'm here to get an education. I'm here to get my education and then I'm going home. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to hang out. I'm not here to look for a boyfriend. Good job. Good job. Good job. What else?
We can also learn about the laws of the land, learn about how this society, how the world operates. And then that doesn't mean engage in those things that they can do here. That's when we separate.
Exactly.
Make sure we stay in line with what we can do and what we can't do, but we should learn about the laws here, the laws of the land.
And that's a good one because, when this stuff got out of hand, and it still is out of hand, some of these Muslims here in America about what Allah has willed to be the war is from Allah. This is his will. Ain't nothing you can do. It's his will. All right? When it got out of hand, people still questioning why Allah is doing this. And they put out that list, this boycott list. It was the most ludicrous thing. They had every company in America on that list. And they're so stupid. The ignorant Arabs that put it out, there's one group that I know of personally. There's one group of ignorant Arabs that put that boycott list out. I told them, number one, you don't live in America. You in Jordan. Have you ever heard of a franchise? Do you know anything about American exchange? Do you know how hard it is for even any American to take his or her money and send it to the government of a country out of America? Do you know that right now, if I went to my checking account and I was getting ready, I was going to transfer some money to Germany, to the government, to the whoever the king or queen is of Germany, do you know my bank wouldn't do it? And what they'll do is get on the phone and call Homeland Security and say, here's a person wanting us to transfer a certain amount of money to a foreign government. Do you know they be banging down my door? These Arabs were ignorant. I said, you put all these companies, you know, America is run off of daggone franchises. Ain't nobody sending no money right to Israel. Are you crazy? We'd be in jail for that. The banks wouldn't even do it. Learn about American politics. Learn about American laws. And like Queen Latifah said on TV, they had Queen Latifah's makeup. What was it? Cover girl. Queen Latifah, she said, who are these people saying that I send money to Israel? She said, don't my name tell you something? She said, my father is a Muslim. What do I look like? She said, sending my money to support some stinking Israel. She said, y'all need to do y'all homework. That's what I'm saying. We Muslims look stupid because we allow these Muslims that ain't a part of this country to put out stupid boycott lists. Can't nobody, don't none of us as an American citizen have the power. Try it. I want to see somebody try to send Israel a dime. Go to your bank right now and try to Zelle or transfer some money. Y'all try it. Try to transfer, let's say $100. Go to your checking account. Try to send $100 to what's that ignorant man's name of Israel? See what your bank do. They're going to be breaking your door down. You going to jail. We don't work that way in America. Whatever support Israel get, it comes from the federal government, not from the people here. Obama sends that money. The federal government does, not the citizens here. We don't have that authority. We can't do that. America got stuff in check for that. Since the war against Japan. Dude, learn American history, people. America is a Zionist country, always has been. It's a country based on masonry. Masons are Zionists. George Washington and them made it hard. Oh yeah, with their constitution. When George Washington broke off from England, because they didn't want to be ruled by a monarchy, nor did they want to be ruled by religion, that constitution is sealed. They got a check and balance. They made it so you can't send no money to England, to the Queen, to any government official. Your butt going down. It's as if you was on an airplane saying Allahu Akbar, they taking you down. Try it. Y'all think I'm playing? Try to send some money to any country. When I say country, I mean the government. Try to take some money and send it to the president of Saudi Arabia. See what happens. Try to take some money and send it to the governor of Jordan or whatever they got. See what happened to you. 24 hours, you going down. So we got to learn the laws. That's the problem. Muslims are ignorant. Like the prophet said, we don't have the intelligence that the Christians have. The Christians do research. We're stupid. We go by word of mouth and emotions. We're stupid. Learn the laws. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Who is it? This brother said, preach, sister. That's right. I used to work for the government. I just retired. I'm a retiree. 36 years of service. I just retired. All right. Who are the people within the Muslim communities that we should implement Al Bara to? Y'all understand this question? I am asking you, what Muslims in our communities should we distance ourselves from? What do you guys think? What do you think?
Distance ourselves from the one that's not, first of all, covered properly and dressed properly, for one, and the ones that's sinning publicly.
Good job. Exactly. We distance ourselves from those Muslims in our communities that are openly sinning, that are openly committing sins. Openly. I'm not wearing a hijab. I'm smoking cigarettes. I'm going to go up to you and I'm going to say, hey, Layla, what's up? You know you're supposed to wear a hijab. You know you're supposed to stop smoking. Well, guess what? You know, until you stop, you can't hang out with me. I mean, if you need some help, do we help them? Do we give them help, guys, if they need help?
Yeah, we help them.
Yeah, I'll help you. You need some help paying your rent? Give me a call, sister. Baby, need a new pair of shoes? Give me a call. You need a ride? I'll pick you up. But you can't hang out with me until you start wearing a hijab and put them cigarettes down. So we distance ourselves. We don't cut them off, but we distance ourselves from those who are openly sinning. Good job. Sister Fatima. Fatima said she would distance herself from those who are not following the rules of Islam. What do you mean by the rules? What do you mean by the rules of Islam? You mean, what do you mean by the rules? I don't know. That's so broad. Like we're not wearing a hijab? Same answer, I guess. Like not wearing a hijab. Those that are openly sinning. Okay, openly sinning. What about this? Who are the Muslims that we should show nothing but allegiance to? No disassociation at all. Who are the Muslims in our community that we should have nothing but al-wala, or allegiance to them, and no disassociation at all? Come on, y'all. This is easy.
Well, for starters, the ones who appear on the outside to practice Islam totally.
Exactly. Those believers who are struggling to uphold Islam the way it should be upheld, that's who we show allegiance to. Who else?
Those in the community who are trying to make a difference, and
who are the people that make the difference? Who are those?
Meaning those who are active in the community who are trying to better,
I'm trying to get you to say the name of them. Those in the community who are trying to make
leadership. Like,
there you go.
Leadership positions. We should show allegiance to the people in leadership positions, and also to those Muslims who are like engaging in classes with you, who are, you know, you guys are on the same page. You're striving. You're trying to practice the Sunnah. Those are the people who you should show your allegiance.
Exactly. The scholars, the people of knowledge, the people of authority. These are the people that we show nothing but allegiance to. The scholars, the people like that, the people of knowledge. Okay, and this is something that we've lost today. You see Muslims disrespecting the people of authority. Most of these come in. Good job. I'm reading your answer. For the person that sent me the text, good answer. Exactly. That's the problem. Yeah, I'm typing to her in case she don't hear me. Good job. Exactly. The people of authority, the scholars, the people of knowledge. And we see a lot of disrespect today. A lot of the children have no respect for the imam. They have no respect for the people of knowledge. They want to call you out. They want to floor show you and all that crazy stuff. Okay, good job. And this question, this is the last question. How do we show Wal Bara in regards to seeking knowledge when it comes to learning the religion? This is a big one. How do we show allegiance and disassociation when it comes to seeking knowledge of our religion? This is where a lot of y'all lose it because you're not doing it. Anybody?
I'm gonna try.
Go ahead.
If they're not teaching you Islam and its truthfulness with the correct understandings of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in the first 3 generations, and also not teaching from the Quran and the authentic Sunnahs, and then you show distance to those who do have knowledge like that, but when they kind of mess up by like adding things or like they say something that's like, it's off, just don't take that. Distance yourself when they mess up like that, but still take all the good that they got to give. So,
okay, what y'all say about her answer?
I agree.
And this gets kind of sticky because let me give an example. Most of the people that are listening to me right now on YouTube are Shiites. Because for those of you who don't know, I didn't know either, but I know now. Most of the Islamic channels on YouTube are ran by the Shiites. You have more Shiites on YouTube giving dawah than you do the people of the Sunnah. Most of the people of the Sunnah who give dawah on YouTube, they're busy debating and arguing with kafirs. And while they're debating and arguing with kafirs and fighting with each other, the Shiites are giving classes. So now I come into a YouTube channel and I realize that some of what this person was saying, but now I find out he's a Shiite. What do I do in that case, Precious? What do I do? The person that's teaching this class is a Shiite. What do I do?
you don't listen to them at all. You distance yourself completely from a Shiite.
Okay, exactly, guys. So this is a little different. How do we show allegiance? That person has to be upon the correct Aqidah. Our allegiance in regards to seeking knowledge is only, I repeat, only to the people who are upon the correct Aqidah. We don't sit there and listen to nobody else. If somebody's Aqidah is twisted, I'm sorry, there's more harm than good, because that person's going to cause you to question and doubt yourself. So we distance ourselves from any and all people whose belief system contradicts ours. I'm sorry. Y'all see the debate I just had on YouTube with some idiot? One of the short that Dr. Dramali did. Dr. Dramali just did a lecture on marriage. And he was talking about the honey incident. The honey incident with Hafsa and Aisha. Some Shiite is right there on the short, came on there and typed and started speaking badly. They basically cursed Aisha and Hafsa. They called them bad women. He accused Aisha and Hafsa of lying on the prophet, lying on Allah, when they didn't lie on anyone. That's supposed to make you angry. I'm sorry, ain't nothing that no Shiite can say to me. I told the person off and I banned him. Okay? So when it comes to seeking knowledge, you need to investigate. How do you show allegiance and disassociation? Investigate the person that you taking your knowledge from. So Google that person and see what their belief system is. Now you got Google. Just type their name in Google. Everything will pop up about him. Look at who he hangs with. Look at who she hangs with. There's one African-American woman here in America that a lot of you sisters like. Some of you even had the audacity to send me a couple of her watered down videos. Y'all didn't even know. She's a darn Sufi. I don't care about her. She hangs out with Hamza Youssef. He's her teacher. Anybody that believes that the dead can hear you and the dead can talk to you. Anybody that advocates for feminism. Anybody that supports LGBTQ ain't got nothing coming. Don't send me nobody's videos. These women in America, they all messed up. Bunch of Sufis. Y'all better investigate these people y'all listening to. Google them. See who they hanging with. See what they're involved in. You'll be shocked. LGBTQ, feminism, Sufism, worship in the grave. So you have to investigate. Knowledge is a different thing. And if the person's not upon the correct belief system, then you back away. You run away from them. Because all they're going to do is confuse you and delude you. Is that clear to everybody?
Yes.
Yeah. And by the way, don't send me no more of that woman's videos. I'm letting y'all know again, she is a Sufi of the highest order. She right there marching around the graves. And she supports LGBTQ. And she supports feminism. And she's friends with Amina Wadud. Who is Amina Wadud? The gay woman who thinks that she can lead men in prayer. Don't send me no videos of these women in America. They losers. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop right here. Inshallah, tomorrow, for those of you who have not yet bought the book, please make sure that you guys order the book, Know Your Lord, from Amazon, because I'm going to start that book. And here's a short little commercial just to let y'all know what the book looks like. Let me show it to you.
Know your Lord. We learn about his names and his attributes. Know your Lord. What he approves and disapproves. Know your Lord. Believe in all things that he has brought forth. Know his oneness, Lord.
Know Your Lord, part of the Right Belief series by Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid, right here on Sunnahfollowers. Being taught by Ustada Layla Nashiba as she lays down the foundations to get you together. Learn about your Lord. Know your Lord. Streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnahfollowers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm back. Okay, guys, I'm going to log out for right now because it's time for me to pray. And inshallah, I'll be back at 9:30 with the Mekkositic Tafsir class. I gave y'all the pages. Read the pages. So I'll be logging back in at 9:30, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Yeah, inshallah. I got to pray.